So if you're shooting audition takes and you're shooting take after take and you're trying to perfect it and you just sort of run into this like vicious cycle of shooting takes and not liking them, you could be auto-tuning your acting. Auto-tuning your acting is a term that I use for when actors essentially take the organic quality out of their work entirely, when they're self-taping specifically. And they do this by trying to be a perfectionist or being a perfectionist, just kind of watering down, making their takes vanilla, so to speak, by pushing further and further away from those earlier takes that had more spontaneity in them and more of their natural personality in favor of submitting something from their later takes that just seems perfect. That's a clean take. There's no stumbles. There are no stumbles. The beats are all being hit and it appears to be the character exactly as described in like the scene and the breakdown. And the earlier takes seem a little too rough or like a little too much the person themselves and not the character. I call it that because it's taking away a lot of your artistry and it's kind of homogenizing it. That mentality of like, I need to smooth out all the wrinkles here. It's a little too rough around the edges. I just feel like it's not good enough to present. Moving away from that feeling is leading to the auto-tune effect, which is like you're turning it into pop music, but not good pop music, but like just super generic pop music when your first couple of takes were kind of like jazzy, you know, like there was an unpredictable quality to some of the moments, a couple of pauses in there that maybe didn't make perfect sense or you didn't intend to happen, a little stumble here and there, a little outburst or like a drop in energy or something that just like didn't feel like it was on the page. I'm talking about these intrinsic qualities, these qualities that are like, they're hard to put a label on. They're just very organic and they're just very naturalistic. So next time you're self-taping, that's a concept for you to consider. Are you auto-tuning your work? Are you smoothing out all the roughness of it and making it generic in some way? And I'm talking more about like when you're shooting like a half dozen to a dozen takes and you look at that first take or second take and you're like, oh man, I'm like, don't even know what I'm doing there. And you look at that 8th or 9th take and you're like, yeah, that one's like perfect. Like I should submit that one. You could be auto-tuning your work and you could be moving really far away from some of your best work that people would enjoy. We are not the best judges of our own work, and this is why actors need a trusted network of people, other actors that they take class with or have taken class with or have worked with on set, any directors or producers or anyone that they know, especially at the indie level, trusted coaches, family and friends in a pinch, especially ones that know you really well, but maybe not so much the ones that are gonna kind of say things that make you really self-conscious. But again, everyone's opinion can count towards that overall sense of feedback. But if you're the only one who has weighed in on their work and you're just going off of what you think looks the best or feels the best, then it might just be your self-consciousness that is selecting takes for you to send. And that's where that auto-tune effect could be coming in. Just a little actor food for thought. As always, stay curious and let's evolve the craft.